Good evening, everyone. Today is 3/30/2014, about 8:23 at night. I actually I did another video, started 8:15, and my computer died. So I was going to try and splice the two together, but that's way too technical for me, so I didn't want to upload two, so you guys get another one. But you won't see the first one, so haha. So yesterday went to the Real game, which was awesome. Took Matt and Stephanie, which was just really fun. They're really great people. Got to hang out with them and Sean and Erica and Phil and everyone. So it was really cool to actually. I really like going to those games. They're really fun. We played Toronto FC. A funny story about them is they've spent I think $100 million over the next 3 years for their club members, and they have one player that makes $30 million, another player that makes $6 million, another player that makes $15 million or something crazy. And so two of their players make more than our entire team put together. And the funny thing about that is their coach was kind of talking shit on our guys and saying how awesome they are, and one of their headlines was the beginning of a dynasty or something like that, and we just killed them. It was 3-0, and our guys just played beautifully. It was an awesome game to see. It was awesome. So go Real. Love you guys. Keep on keeping on. So we went to Scottsdale this weekend, so went down on Friday at I think we left at 2 o'clock, got back Saturday at 1 o'clock. So I'm kind of beat up. Literally left, went down there, had an interview, went and met a doctor, went to dinner with Mike, and woke up, went to bed, woke up the next morning, got on a plane, came straight home, went to Costco, came home, saw the kids, went to the game. It was kind of wild, so I'm a little beat up. But so we went down to Scottsdale for got this website going with Mike called SaveJordan.org, and the idea behind it is to basically populate this wiki that's all about melanoma, all about cancer, everything like that, and really get a bunch of people to collaborate and crowdsource different ideas on or different treatments and different cures. Because I'm kind of I'm at the point where it's I have a couple more options in front of me, but that's it. I'm not. There's not a ton of stuff I can do besides the one or two things left, and leveraging the crowd and leveraging the people that are out there and the individual minds for that aren't jaded by a pharmaceutical company, aren't jaded by a medical thing or education that they had. So it's not saying that all that stuff's bad. We're definitely asking anyone and everyone to come and collaborate and jump on board and throw your 2 cents in. And so we're really excited. So the reason we're down to Scottsdale is I had this interview with Richard Rossi and Dr. Connie. So Richard Rossi runs this group called the National Academy of Future Physicians. I think he has 3,500 medical students or medical kids that are going into medical professions. So sat down and talked with him, and Dr. Connie is a doctor that was a doctor to the White House and served 3 different presidents. So kind of got to sit there. We talked about it. We talked about SaveJordan.org, got the kids. This video is going out to all the kids, and we're going viral with it and kind of trying to push it out there. So if you guys, if anyone that watches this, go to SaveJordan.org, and it's come on, throw any ideas up there. So one of the things is I get all the time. I get people that send me, different things they've heard of, different clinics, different doctors, different, I just had a couple today that sent me a couple things, which I love. I love getting it, but it's so much stuff for me. It's so hard for me to go through and try every single one or research every single one. And so that's part of the idea of Save Jordan is we have all of these ideas coming through, and so put them on a wiki where we get all these medical students and anyone to kind of go through and do the research and look them up and kind of collaborate, formulate ideas, and then have those ideas voted up by the crowd themselves. So the people that contribute can go and vote and say, okay, well, these are great ideas. The top 3 or so we're going to run by a board of doctors, which is my medical doctor, Dr. Connie. I think we're going to have a couple of the doctors that jump on there, and if it passes muster, the top 3, I'm going to try them out. I'll be the guinea pig and kind of see how they work. So why not? It's kind of I think it's revolutionary. The way that when we were looking at it, I don't think it's ever been done. I don't think healthcare has ever been taken out of an institution into a crowd and say, hey, let's do this. They've crowdsourced all sorts of stuff. There's this thing called Folded, which goes out and finds the way that proteins fold. They released it to the crowd, and the crowd found all sorts of proteins that the scientists have been working on forever. So it's just leveraging the mind power of all these students and everyone and anyone that wants to jump on board. So I'd highly encourage you, if you have an idea, if you have anything, just jump on there, check it out. Might as well kind of list the steps on what we're going to do and how to contribute and everything like that. So savejordan.org, go do, it'll be awesome. Also down at Scottsdale, I met with this guy Tom. He runs, I think it's human performance specialist, but he's a genius, absolute genius. I'm talking with him. We walked in and he kind of flipped on. He's like, "Oh, come in." Flipped in on the light to like this room of his that's like, I guess his conference room. And we looked up on the wall, and he literally has 50 different degrees from all sorts of colleges and everything like that. So just like a scientist guy that went through the medical school, has medical doctors there, has naturopaths, has all sorts of doctors there working for him. And so we're probably gonna, as soon as I can find some time, I'm gonna go down there and start that, just to get a little bit better control, because I'm still doing Garrison. I've kind of fallen off the wagon a little bit. So while in Scottsdale, I couldn't juice, I couldn't do that stuff. And honestly, every time I do that, I feel like my tumors get a little bit bigger. I kind of feel I get like headaches, and not like super bad headaches, but just like I need to sleep. And I eat so clean that when I don't eat clean, I can feel it, and it's no fun. So I've been doing it all myself, and really kind of trying to figure out my own body and how it works and everything like that. But be able to have a team behind me help me do that, I'm really excited for. So met with him, was really awesome. Really excited to go back down there. And then went to dinner with Mike that night, which was just awesome. Mike's an amazing guy, and he got me in this group with Joe Polish and a bunch of other dudes that I knew, and we kind of just talked a lot. And he pitched it to this group, and they're all internet marketers, or they're all some type of marketing, and it was really cool to get the ideas out of there. And a couple of the guys were like, "Hey, I can help you here, I can help push this go viral, blah 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 blah." So we're really excited for the video that we interviewed to really come out and then start pushing it. So when it comes out, I would ask you guys all to just send it out there to everyone and anyone you know. Share it on your Facebook, share it on whatever it is. So also MD Anderson, so update on that. A couple of weeks ago, I had called them, or they had called me. I had gone through a little bit of the process, ended up finding out my insurance wasn't going to cover it. So went back, called the insurance, called my doctor, blah, 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 blah. Long story short, my doctor had to send an authorization through. They sent the authorization through, just found out on Thursday that my insurance is going to approve it. So I called Lula's her name, down at the MD Anderson, on Friday. She didn't answer, so I'm going to call on Monday, hoping that this week they'll call back. I'll be down in Houston for a couple days for the consult, and then hopefully by next week I'll be back there for that TIL procedure, the tumor infiltrating lymphocytes, which is they're going to take this tumor off, I believe, chop it up into little bits, extract the T cells or the immune cells, whatever's in there already fighting, make those thousands into millions or billions, and then re-inject those into me to really go after the tumors and go after the cancer. So really exciting stuff going on with cancer treatment, especially melanoma. So the crazy thing is, like, in the last, I don't know, let's say 50 years or 10 years or whatever, like 10 years, really, there hasn't been a lot changed in melanoma, in fighting melanoma or fighting this type of disease. And it's all been the same stuff. You got chemo, you got radiation, you got ipilimumab, you got interferon. There's a couple other, like, I've been on this B-raf drug for 7 months. And that's fairly new. Like, it's been maybe 5 years or something like that. And its sisters have been out on the market. And so to have this new TIL procedure come out, and then within the last month, this came out, and then this other one called the PD-1 antiviral came out, that they're both, like, the TIL has like a 50% response rate, I believe, 50 to 70, and then like the PD-1 is the same type of thing, where typically like it's like 5 to 15 to 20% or something like that. So huge difference, really exciting stuff. So hopefully I'll be down there in the next couple of weeks, and I think I'll be doing a little bit more updates while I'm down there, because I won't have as much to do. I feel like I'm running around all the time, just staying busy. So craziness. Today was an awesome day. Got our kids baptized today in the Catholic Church. It was really cool. I'd never been part of a baptism like that, and then to actually see my kids, like, they were just beautiful. Both Lindsay and Kyle were just awesome. Kyle had like this pimp white suit on, and Isabel's dress was just beautiful. And it was one of those things where it made me I kind of reflect on, baptism and faith and religion and stuff like that, and it, kind of going back to like I found faith in God, and God to me isn't like some dude. God to me isn't some object. It's everything. Absolutely everything. God is everything. There's nothing outside of God. It is whatever, right? It is everything. So when getting our kids baptized, like, I'll just talk to you, Izzy and Kyle, like, I don't look at baptism in the Catholic Church as saying you are Catholic, you are that religion. I look at baptism as saying, this is the start of your spiritual journey. This is the start of saying you're making a commitment to yourself to find whatever that God is for you, whatever that spiritual thing inside of you is. And I want you to know as your father that I'm here for you. I want to help you along and kind of show you what I know. And I know Paula is the same way. I know we both want you guys to know that there is, the spiritual side of you, the who you really are. And I think the baptism was a symbol of that, a symbol of our accepting the responsibility to help you in your faith and help you grow as a spiritual being and find God and really go there. And so, it was really, really awesome to be able to do that today and really see you guys get baptized and take that responsibility on and really, really do that. So I'm super proud to be your father. I'm super proud to be your daddy. And I really look forward to, kind of growing you guys in faith and helping you discover who you really are. So really exciting stuff. Love you guys. So beyond that, like, faith in God and everything like that is just, it's been an awesome journey. Like I think it spurned from Paula, where, I used to always think that faith, it was, and God and everything like that was very religious specific. And, if you're going to get baptized, you have to follow the dogma and you have to do the religious stuff. And so I was really against it for a long time. But it took me really quieting myself and listening to what Paula was actually saying when it comes to faith. It wasn't that, oh, well, I have to be a perfect Catholic and I need to follow every single rule and I need to do all this stuff. It's no, I have faith that there's something out there. Faith in something bigger than me. And it was a big key for me. It was a big aha moment, or the light bulb kind of came on. I look at Paula as like my light in the darkness. I am the darkness, she is the light. She's the one that, it's funny because I'm brown, so, and she's white, but it really is, she's the light of my life. She shows me those things that I just don't understand, and it's really, really awesome to have a woman like her next to me to really help me see that. But it was such a turning moment for me to really understand, like, oh my gosh, like faith in God, or faith in whatever you want to call it, is awesome. You don't need to have the structure around you unless you want it, and then follow that as long as you're going for what actually matters, not the dogma. So don't really have much else to say. So I love you all. Excited. Today's an amazing day, of course, and every day's amazing. Like, it's really awesome living in moment to moment and really enjoying your life. Like, that's all that's real, right now. There's no other time than now. There's no future, there's no past, there's no anything. Time is an illusion. It's just what we put up here and say, oh, we need to keep track of the past and we need to predict the future for some reason, versus just live now and live to the best of your ability and just be the perfect you. Like, it's really awesome. So love you all. Have a good night, and we'll talk to you all soon. Peace.